This is Chapter 8 of the Let's Play of In Memoriam, or Missing Since January. We left off last time at the RHOMENOS puzzle, RHOMENOS. There's like 10 different ways to pronounce this one. Towards the end of the Terra level, and we left off with this etching, and the name Jose Cordado, which there have been harder puzzles that I've left for you all. This was actually one of the easier ones. And unsurprisingly, Mr. Highway came up with the answer for it pretty quickly. He's helped us out before. And he's back again. We have some emails from Marco Larini, an Italian who's not very good at English translation, but who has seemed to join our little investigative team here. Anyway, back to the puzzle solution. Mr. Highway came up with a link to this website here that has to do with the Inquisition and Inquisitors, and it had this picture on it. And you can see the text at the bottom is Manus Domini, or Manus Domini. So that fits what we're looking for this, so let's try punching that in. It's actually Mr. Highway's second solution, I believe, so thank you for contributing once again. And I'll aim for giving you all a little bit more difficulty with your puzzles going forward. This just wasn't a great selection to choose from for this chapter. But this one's going to go a little longer than some of the others because we got a lot to go through. So just fill in the last couple letters here. And that solves RHOMENOS. So with that puzzle solved, we only have one left for the Terra level. This one's kind of flown by here. And this one's called Soon. Soon. And the Phoenix appears to be playing with fours right now. Fours are definitely the theme here. So the idea behind this puzzle, it's another skill puzzle, rather than a logic puzzle or a research puzzle. And it reminds me of a mini-golf flash game I played in high school and college. I forget the name of it, though. Where basically you are just pulling on the ball, and the little string indicates the power and angle that you're making the shot. And each level has two run-throughs. The first one lets you take as many shots as you want, with the number counting up how many shots you're taking. And then the second one has a limited number that you must complete a day. That's just one example, and it gave us the city name of Napoli. Now, this gets more difficult and more tedious as it goes on, so you're going to see some fade-ins and fade-outs here. Those are just my edit points so that you don't have to watch me flailing at this game for a half hour straight, because some of the later ones are really tricky. Now this one gives us the city name of Genova. And clearly even the Phoenix is getting bored with this puzzle because he's taking off entirely as well. So, I guess I'm on my own at this point. I'm sure through the magic of editing we'll have another fade coming up shortly, so I'll see you on the other side. How's that for a lucky shot? That one gave us Geneva as the city, so that's 3 down. And this is the last one, and it's quite the doozy. It's probably going to take a while. Can easily see myself going 10 or 12 rounds on this one, so I'll obviously spare you guys again and do another edit in here. There we go, Toulouse. Toulouse is our final city. So, the Phoenix is going to sum it up here. Oxford, Naples, Geneva, and Toulouse. It's quite the list building up here.
Rome. Antonio Foscarini was a journalist. He'd been investigating the case for several months.
Near the church.
According to him, 3 other murders at Naples, Geneva, and Toulouse had been committed under similar circumstances. Identical inscriptions had been found on the bodies, along with esoteric symbols as part of some strange ritual. As far as Antonio was concerned, it was an open and shut case.
This was in Geneva.
All the murders were the work of a madman or a bunch of fanatics inspired by some satanic cult.
France. And this one, you know.
The Oxford case was growing at an alarming rate.
Alright, so that's another section of the game down. Terra is gone, and we're beginning the air section. So that means we're probably a little past the halfway point in the Great Work at this point, because we know that there are 4 elements to go through. There's aqua, and terra, and air, and fire. So it starts air, and we'll jump right in here with CHNOUM as our first puzzle. And this one's particularly tricky because, as you can see, it's just a text entry box and some clouds floating by. There's not much here. But if I hold down the mouse button and drag, words start to form. And at first it's not clear if some of the letters are I's or L's or T's. But the words it's forming thus far, est impure separatio a substantia, I think, puriore. So this is another internet puzzle, but I'll be taking on this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a search for that exact term. Apparently we're not the first one to do this search. Maybe Gary's been following along with us here. And it comes up with this website, hermeticum.info, which, if you click through different sections here, it has to do with alchemy and the Philosopher's Stone. But the key passage here is this one up here, which the missing word, it's a phrase, and the missing word in the phrase that hasn't been used is alchemia, or alchemy. So we'll just type in alchemia here, and that's the password that solves this puzzle.
Hey Cameron, look at that.
Our next port of call in Italy was Tuscany. Christina, one of Karen's friends, had invited us to spend a couple of days at her place. Based on her keen interest in esotericism, she gave us her interpretation of the facts. The symbols found near the bodies were related to astrology, and more specifically, to an ancient solar cult, with possible ties to Hermes Trismegistus. The one thing that all the crime scenes or victims had in common was religion. The amount of religious and esoteric overtones had to be the key to the mystery. Christina took us to Siena, where she showed us an image glorifying Hermes within the heart of the cathedral itself. She believed that this representation highlighted the frequent connections between the church and magic during the Renaissance. There was a chance that the solution to this mystery could be traced back to this particular era.
So I think it's clear that Jack and Karen are having a much more enjoyable portion of the investigation than we are at the moment. Cruising through Tuscany and enjoying Italy. But we're going to trek on here with our investigation. Next up, we're going to do Issy? However you choose to pronounce it. Okay, so in this puzzle, as you hover over the little orange circle here, different element names come up. We had Cu, Au, PB, SN, FE, and AG. And we need to find the 7th element, the missing one. So this, yet another internet search, but this one, you don't need to find a particular in-game website. So I'm just going to search this one out here, and just punch in all the different elements we were given. But I'm going to add another keyword to the search, alchemy, because that was the theme to the last puzzle, and seems to be where the Phoenix is going with this. And you can kind of scroll through here, but the ongoing theme is, there's different elements listed, but they all include Hg among that list. So then the question is, what is Hg as an element? It's mercury. Okay, so mercury is our missing element. The problem is the little letters that are popping up on the screen, which we need to enter the answer, don't have all the letters for mercury. So mercury is not it. What is it? And this is the trick to this puzzle, is the Latin name for mercury. It was originally hydrargium? Hydrargium. Let's go with that. So we do have all the letters for that, so I'm going to type that one in here. It's a tricky one to spell. And that solves ISY, however you choose to pronounce it. So the Phoenix is teasing us again. No actual video clip associated with that puzzle solution. We're flying through this section so far. We only have one left in air, which is probably going to be where we're going to leave it. This one starts off with this little puffer puzzle, where you have this ball that rolls around the board, and you have to use the little puffers here on the end to try to get it into the hole in the middle. It's a little tricky, and the controls, of course, for the puffers aren't that precise. Let's see if I can get it in here. Looks like we got a picture of Karen and Tuscany in the background there. Helpfully with some road sign, of course, blanked out. That might come into play. We'll see. If I can ever get this in the hole. Oh, it overshot, it bounced off. This isn't supposed to be the difficult part, really. a little... not quite. Would that do it? Would that do it? Would that do it? No! And it... just glancing blow there. Shouldn't be too much longer, I hope. Come on, just a little push. Just go right in the middle, please, 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 please. Yes, that'll do it. So the Phoenix is looking for the name of the place where we'll find Karen. That's the password. And the only clue we're given is what looks like an equation of some sort. Ink design, and then not found minus 327. So we'll get back to that one, but right now we have some more emails coming in. We have this one from David Marcus, which is yet another long examination of the Phoenix and his state of mind right now. And, oh, look at this. We actually got a note from the Phoenix himself. That's unnerving. So that's all we're going to do for this time. I'll leave it here, see if anyone can come up with what the password is. We're looking for where Karen is. I'm not sure how this equation fits into that, but I'm hoping you can find out. Good luck, and I'll see you next time.